Okay, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be doing a review on the Sony ULT Field 7. We've got this new Sony range come out recently, 3 speakers. This being the kind of middle one between the Field 1 and the Tower 10. Yeah, this is obviously going to be a bit of a competitor to the JBL Boombox. You know, things of that size. This is definitely bigger than that though. But yeah, we'll start off. I'll show you a bit around it, talk about the specs, play some music, and I'll let you know what I think. This one does retail for £400, brand new from Sony at the moment, so it's not necessarily cheap, but it's a nice package. We've got buttons on top, we've got power, Bluetooth, play and pause, up and down, and then the alt button, which is kind of Sony's alternative to the JBL Party Box kind of bass boost settings. You've obviously got 0, 1, and 2. It's very similar here. And they do different things to that. They do the same things to the JBL one as well. To be honest, setting 1 is kind of just deepens the bass. Normally, what sounds best. Setting 2 is very punchy, but can kind of distort the music a little bit. But yeah, very nice kind of build on this. We've obviously got quite rubbery sides, but yeah, you've got lights around the passive radiators on the end. Very rubbery, so you can tell it's meant to be used outside. It's meant to be rugged. Around the back, it's we can kind of just roll it over. Obviously, it is going to be upside down, but around the back, we've got button for the lights, button for the battery, key control, echo, guitar, mic controls, USB out, aux in, power. So quite a few different options here. Obviously, we do like to have, well, personally anyway, I like to have an aux. This is a mic and guitar port, so it can be used for either. I think, yeah, guitar is where you would kind of change it between mic and guitar. Obviously, choosing echo settings. This one's for kind of saving the battery life a bit more, and then that's just turn the lights on and off. So decent kind of I/O on there. Again, very nice to have. And yeah, quite difficult to show, unfortunately, in my current position, but it's a very nice built speaker. You can tell it's built to be used outside in the elements. So spec wise, there's 2 woofers here, 114mm as well, so decent size. Obviously, we've got those passive radiators as well. We've then also got 2 left and right tweeters, 46mm each. So you're not, yeah, I mean, there's no specific mid-range driver, but there never normally is on a speaker of this size anyway. But you're going to be getting as much of the sound kind of range as you possibly can. It does weigh 6.3 kilos, so it is slightly heavier than the JBL Boombox. I think they're about 5.5. So yeah, it is about a kilo heavier. It is, like I say, it is definitely longer. I think the JBL Boombox is probably more about this kind of width. So it is like 5 centimeters longer at least, which does make it slightly awkward to carry, obviously, because the handles are kind of over here. You end up carrying it at a bit of an angle, but obviously you can also set it up vertical. It also sounds quite nice that way, especially on a surface like this, because you'd get one of the passive radiators kind of pounding the wooden surface, and the bass kind of echoes a bit more, which is quite nice. Slightly weird with the Bluetooth version. This is Bluetooth 5.2. Bearing in mind the ULT Field 1, which is obviously just the same thing but smaller pretty much, is 5.3, and they came out at the exact same time. Not sure why they've opted for 5.2 on this, but that does still give it the latest standard of kind of speaker pairing and stuff like that. So we can't complain too much. It is just slightly weird. Frequency response is 20 Hz to 20 kHz, so very nice on that kind of low side. I can't remember exactly what the Boombox is off the top of my head, so do correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was more like 30 or 40. So I don't think it goes quite as low. And yeah, it does you can kind of tell that in the sound. Inputs, like I've said, we've got the aux, USB-A, guitar, and mic ports. This does have 30 hours of battery life as well, they state, which is obviously impressive. That's more than they state with the JBL ones as well. The battery life on all of these new Sony speakers is above average, definitely, for what we've seen in recent years. So clearly their battery technology is getting better, or the software is getting better. But either way, they're very good, because yeah, 30 hours is kind of unheard of, to be honest. And IP67 waterproof rating here, so can be used outside, nice and rugged, nice and waterproof. So exactly what we want. I'll now give you a snippet of royalty at about 80% volume. We'll talk about the sound afterwards. Okay, so sound test over. I'll try and show you a bit of the lights. The software on them is quite good, as in like they dance to the music relatively well. I kind of continue this a little bit. They're quite nice, like at night in a dark room, but obviously due to the fact they're quite highly concealed in here, I found myself never actually kind of just forgetting that they existed. So yeah, there's maybe a bit of a wasted kind of, you can see the old button on top actually light syncs with them as well, but yeah, kind of maybe wasted unless you've got it like against a wall at night. You're probably, to be honest, just going to forget that these even exist, which is a bit of a shame because, like I say, the software is quite good, and they sync with the music very nicely, but they're just not accessible enough to actually even realize they're there, but which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, sound wise, very, very good. I haven't listened to a boombox for a while in person, but this does sound like, when I got it out of the box, immediately I could tell it sounded clearer, louder, and bassier than what I remember. I remember the last boombox I tested being very good, but also kind of slightly disappointed because I've been listening to the party boxes a lot. But this, even next to the party boxes, sounds very clear. You can definitely tell that it's got more premium audio than the JBL alternatives. You can tell that 20 hertz frequency response at the bottom end there is coming out. And yeah, bass is really strong, audio is really clear. Overall, it's a really, really solid package. So yes, I would say that this is a better buy over the boombox at the moment. It does have its flaws. I suppose the boombox has no lights at all, so this is actually better on that side as well, although they are a bit hidden. The handle I do find annoying, don't get me wrong, but everything else, battery life, the kind of I/O on this as well, and the sound, which is obviously the main bit, is definitely stronger. So yeah, this is a great buy at 400 as well. I think the boomboxes come out at 450, 500 even sometimes. So at 400, this is a really, really solid buy. You're not going to get anything this portable, this size, that sounds like this for this money anywhere else. So really, really strong contender. This will probably stay on my lineup. But yeah, if you've got any other questions or anything you want me to compare it to like directly, then let me know, and I'll reply to you all.